Welcome to the Spice Zone, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Boygos, and today we are going to be taking a look at a level 51 Gengar in the Open Master League, combined with a level 50 Mamoswine and a level 50 Shadow Metagross. So these are going to be hundos across the board, and these are going to be maxed out across the board. So yeah, that's what we're looking at here in the Big Boy Open Master League. So yeah, Drill Run coming up against the Mamoswine. We did expend a shield for one of those moves, and we're going to be throwing the Avalanche at whatever's coming in next here. It is the POKéMON. We've got a pretty alright matchup here. We're going to get some Powder Snows in before we die, and now we're coming in with Samson for some bullet punches that are going to really hurt that POKéMON. So yeah, Metagross is going to be able to take care of Garchomp a little bit better than Gengar would be able to. So since they still have shields, I elected to stay in and throw the Meteor Mash. But now, since they decided not to throw on Metagross, I decided to swap into the Gengar. Throw a Shadow Punch, just to force some pressure, get them to kind of waste their shield. That's what I'm hoping for. But they actually don't do that, and so, yes, they're deciding to save it for this move here. They don't want to get hit by a Sludge Bomb, potentially. So they're going to shield up. And yeah, I'm just actually just going to just Shadow Punch spam this POKéMON. And we will see whether or not the POKéMON is able to charm me down. It is not able to charm me down. So Gengar able to clean up in that first match. So it did take me a while to find a team that could work with Gengar, that could make Gengar work, but this team definitely did work for me. So it's a lot of fun. So no legendary team in Open Master. Always a good time. So Mamoswine into Swampert. This is really bad. Swampert's really bad for the whole team, honestly. Swampert's, you don't want to see Swampert with this team. So this is how I dealt with it. You see it in the front, and yeah, I just ate the Hydro Cannon up front, hoping that they would just eat the Avalanche in turn. So yeah, that's exactly what I did, and they're going to be able to take me out before I'm able to get to another Avalanche. So that kind of sucks, but I'm going to be able to take out this Swampert with the Shadow Claw and the shield going up for that Hydro Cannon there. So Gengar able to hopefully get us some momentum back here. They've got shields over us, so I'm going to Focus Blast that Snorlax. I'm going to Focus Blast it, and they decided not to shield, so we're in a much better situation than we were about 5 seconds ago. So I ate the Body Slam on Gengar and swapped out immediately into Metagross, and in comes another Shadow Perfect Metagross. That is ridiculous. That is craziness. So we're going to throw the Meteor Mash at that Metagross, and they decided not to shield for some reason. I probably would have shielded that if I were them. But yeah, they decided not to, and I ate the Meteor Mash here. And they're probably going to shield this. So let's see. Yeah, they have to shield that. They would definitely die because they're in the red. Oh, and that's why they were saving their shield, because they thought I'd have a Shadow Punch ready. But no, I don't actually have a Shadow Punch ready. And yeah, if they would have shielded both those Meteor Mashes, I think maybe they could have won that. So GG's definitely. But moving into the next one. Let's see what Gengar can do with that Focus Blast. Let's see what kind of work Gengar can do. Shadow Punch, by the way, is the Ghastly Community Day move, so don't waste your TMs. It is an elite TM move, so if you want Shadow Punch, sorry, I didn't even say the name of the move. Ugh, long day. But Shadow Punch for Ghastly is or Gengar. Ghastly Community Day. Gengar is the Pokemon that gets Shadow Punch. Wake up, Boygos. And Avalanche not coming through on the Excadrill, and I've almost got another Avalanche, so let's see what happens. We're just kind of playing a game of back and forth with the shields up against this Excadrill, and this Avalanche would hurt if they let it through. They don't. Okay, so their shields are down. This is really nice. We're going to probably be able to Focus Blast something this game. When shields are down, we're usually able to Focus Blast something. Usually. So I actually am able to get to the Shadow Punch before they're able to get to another move, guaranteeing me that Shadow Punch taking out the Excadrill, bringing in the next threat, and I've still got that shield, right? So now we're able to just build and build and build, and we're going to keep building. We're going to hope and pray that we're not going to die. And yeah, we're able to Focus Blast this Garchomp. So we're going to just do some big damage to the Garchomp, take that out, bring in the Metagross, and we've still got a shield, right? So we didn't even have to use the shield on Gengar, and I don't have to shield Jack Diddley Squat from the Melmetal at this point with this amount of health. So I'm just going to go right for that Earthquake, take down that opponent with the Shadow Earthquake from the Metagross. So yeah, GG's moving into the next one. So Gengar, what do I think about Gengar and Open Master? I think it's really squishy, more squishy than it is in other leagues. I think that it has a lot of potential though. I think a lot of people are not using it and they're not prepping for it. So if you can find a way to sneak it into your lineup, I think it could be a really lethal threat. You know, especially if you're running some big legendary boys or girls, and you know, like some big Groudons or some big whatever. I don't know. You can figure out a way to work with it with what you have. Is my point. It is not something that you should just completely ignore. If you do have the Gengar maxed out, you know, I know a lot of people are going to have this maxed out. It does already have a Mega in the game, so that's why a lot of people max out this Pokemon. But yeah, it is definitely a contender for Open Master League. A lot of fun. I've been going pretty positive with it, actually. It wasn't really hard to make this video. So I know its CP being in the low 3200s might make you think like, oh, Gengar is like a little small, so you know, it's whatever. But yeah, I mean, it does put in the work. It does still put in the work. It's got a crazy moveset. It's got like Psychic, Dark Pulse, Focus Blast, Shadow Ball, Shadow Punch. You know, it's got a crazy move pool. So it's definitely not something that you should just ignore just because it's like, oh, its CP is so low. It can't potentially be amazing. Like a lot of Pokemon have low CP and could still be really, really good in Open Master League. So yeah, it's just something to think about as we move here into the next one. So let's see who the opponent is. Let's see what we're doing while we are waiting for this next game. If you guys are enjoying this, if you guys want more of this stuff, we are really close to 5K subscribers. So if you guys could hit that subscribe button, that would be super awesome. But yeah, Mamoswine into Garchomp. And this is okay. This is fine. We're just going to take this Sand Tomb here. This is not an Earth Power yet, so they've just got the Mudshot variant of Garchomp here. Sand Tomb, not doing that much. And now we've got an Avalanche. They're going to have to shield, or they're going to lose their Garchomp. They're going to have to shield again, or they're going to lose their Garchomp. So maybe they will, maybe they won't. I think they'll probably let it go down this time. I'd imagine. No, they're not? Okay, so they want to go into an extreme shield deficit over this Garchomp. I will say, like, what are you so afraid of in back? What is your backline so afraid of with the Piggy? You don't like the Piggy. You don't like Mamoswine. So what is it that you don't like about Mamoswine so much? That could be why, the Dialga, but this will also hurt the Dialga. Oh, they're swapping into Togekiss. Okay, so this will resist the charms, and these Shadow Punches will really start to add up against the Togekiss here. And what we're going to see is just basically Gengar really being properly utilized here. So their only really option was to just swap into Togekiss, which, you know, now Togekiss can't go up against the Mamoswine or the Metagross. Togekiss does avoid those, but Metagross coming in with energy and a shield is going to be really devastating for Dialga here. So that's definitely tough to be a Dialga in this situation, because now just the mash will do it, right? Yeah, just the mash. That's all you need. So big mash coming through, taking out the Dialga, and we are moving into the last and final match of the video. Here we go. This one I added actually after the fact. I had recorded this video and I had this beautiful match, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna add this to the end of the current video because it was so tasty. What happens here? All right, so we're Mamoswine into Mamoswine. I do a little CP scope. I always check the top right to see the CP. CP is the same, so we both have level 50 Mamoswines, unbest buddied, probably the same exact moveset. So I was lucky enough that I got to that Avalanche first. I don't know what the determining factor is when we have the exact same stats and the exact same start time. Maybe just like who has less lag. I don't know, but that's what it comes down to at some point. And they decided to try to catch on the Metagross. I'm going to throw the Bulldoze, and that is going to hurt the Metagross if they let it through, and that's exactly what happens. So I'm going to come in with Gengar, basically take out the Metagross here. If I would have thrown that Shadow Punch, I bet you they would have let it throw, and then it would have taken out the Metagross. That would have been awesome. Or I would have grabbed a shield. But yeah, no, instead I've got a ton of energy, and I'm going to try to Focus Blast this Yveltal. Yveltal's coming in super bad for this team. Let's see what happens. Ooh, you knew it was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen. The Focus Blast took out, or did so much damage to the Yveltal, and now this Shadow Punch is going to take out the Yveltal. If they don't shield, they don't shield. Gengar is the Yveltal counter, confirmed. And yeah, the Avalanche up against the Gengar going to be taking out the Gengar, and in comes the Metagross. It is going to just do so much damage to the Mamoswine. And they built up to a Bulldoze. They built all the way up to it, and they throw the Bulldoze at the Mamoswine. So that is really sad for them because, yeah, they didn't even get to hit the thing they wanted to hit. Thank you very much for watching. Follow me on Twitter and hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Have a great one.